6 surprising signs a woman is ready for intimacy. Old Stoic wisdom. Love is composed of a single soul inhabiting 2 bodies. Aristotle. Have you ever wondered how a woman quietly lets you know she's ready to deepen your connection? What you expect might not capture the subtle, often unexpected ways she signals her readiness. In this video, we uncover 6 surprising signs rooted in timeless wisdom that reveal when she's truly open to intimacy. Once you recognize these, your understanding will transform, and you'll never see her the same way again. Subscribe now, and let's explore these hidden truths together. Sign 1. I speak volumes. In the subtle dance of human connection, a woman's eyes often speak the loudest when she is ready for intimacy. Her gaze becomes a powerful form of non-verbal communication, one that can reveal her deepest desires before she utters a single word. When she holds your eye contact longer than usual, this lingering look carries more than curiosity. It signifies a longing to connect on a profound emotional and physical level. The way she softly bites her lip or twirls a strand of hair while locking eyes with you intensifies the silent message she's sending, an invitation to recognize and reciprocate her readiness. This combination of eye contact and small gestures creates an aura of seduction that is almost palpable. It's a form of communication as old as humanity itself, echoing the timeless wisdom that the eyes are the window to the soul, a phrase that reminds us how much we reveal through this silent language. One of the most telling signs is the dilation of her pupils, an involuntary response triggered by attraction and heightened emotional arousal. This natural physiological reaction sends a subtle but unmistakable signal that she's emotionally engaged and interested. Moreover, when her eyes wander appreciatively over your form with warmth and a quiet longing, she is silently expressing a desire to move closer, to share a connection that goes beyond superficial conversation. Such moments of unspoken understanding deepen your bond and open the door to intimacy that transcends the physical. But this language of the eyes requires a discerning mind. It's crucial to distinguish between a fleeting glance and a deliberate, lingering gaze. The former might simply be polite or curious, while the latter is a clear sign of emotional and physical interest. This delicate interplay of looks often takes on a playful quality when a woman looks at you, quickly looks away, then looks back again. She's testing the waters, assessing your response to her unspoken cues, and inviting you into a subtle game of flirtation. This dynamic exchange creates a magnetic tension, where every raised eyebrow, widened eye, and softly parted mouth contributes to a rich tapestry of attraction. The sparkle in her eyes is often the most revealing, a subconscious glow reflecting excitement and a heightened emotional state that words alone cannot convey. Interestingly, when a woman avoids direct eye contact, it may not always mean disinterest. Sometimes it signals shyness or uncertainty, especially when she's attracted to you but unsure how to express it. In these cases, observing the behavior of her pupils during conversation or whether she mirrors your blinking and gaze can provide powerful insights. Mirroring, where she unconsciously imitates your eye movements and body language, serves as an unspoken bond, a sign of emotional alignment and attraction. If she leans in while maintaining eye contact, it physically reduces the space between you, reinforcing her desire for intimacy. On the other hand, shifting away or frequent breaks in eye contact can indicate discomfort or reluctance, and recognizing these signs helps you respond with sensitivity rather than misinterpretation. The combined signs, eye contact, lip biting, a slight, knowing smile, form a potent signal of readiness for intimacy. It is a delicate balance of subtlety and clarity, making it a fascinating challenge to interpret. However, it's important to remember that some women naturally maintain strong eye contact as a part of their communication style, independent of attraction. This is why context matters. Consider her overall body language, tone of voice, and the situation before jumping to conclusions. As the old Stoics teach us, the eyes reveal more than the tongue, underscoring the importance of attentive observation in truly understanding another person's feelings. In practical terms, this means men should cultivate patience and emotional intelligence to read these subtle cues effectively. Don't rush or force the moment. Let the silent signals guide you gently toward deeper connection. When you pay attention to how she meets your gaze, the way her eyes reflect softness, curiosity, or desire, you are stepping into a shared emotional space where intimacy can flourish naturally. This mindful awareness not only strengthens the relationship, but honors the profound mystery of human connection. So next time you find yourself caught in her gaze, recognize it as an invitation to engage more deeply. I encourage you to share your thoughts or personal experiences in the comments below. Have you ever noticed these silent signs before, and how did you interpret them? Let's delve into this timeless, unspoken language together and uncover the wisdom it holds for building meaningful intimacy. Sign 2. Touches convey desire. When a woman is ready for intimacy, her touch speaks volumes, often in ways that are subtle yet deeply meaningful. This isn't about grand, overt gestures, but rather those small, deliberate touches that linger just a little longer than casual contact. Imagine her casually brushing her hand against your arm or shoulder, not by accident, but with intention, as if testing the water to see how you respond. These touches are her quiet invitation, a gentle probing to build physical closeness without rushing or overwhelming the moment. In everyday life, such gestures might be overlooked, but recognizing them is key because they reveal a woman's desire to connect on a deeper level. She may lean in closer than usual, her body language open and inviting, making herself more physically present. She might playfully touch your hand while laughing at your jokes, or rest her hand softly on your thigh during a conversation, actions that feel natural yet carry the weight of attraction. Even small acts like adjusting your clothing or brushing away imagined lint become moments to create intimacy, excuses to bridge the physical distance between you two. These touches, while delicate, often carry a sensual undertone, lingering longer than necessary, soft and tender, communicating attraction without a word. The way her fingers graze your skin, or the gentle pressure she applies, can convey warmth, tenderness, or a quiet passion that invites you to meet her halfway. Understanding these tactile signals not only helps you see her intentions clearly, but also lets you respond thoughtfully, fostering mutual attraction and trust. This dance of touch and response builds anticipation naturally, making the prospect of intimacy feel like a shared discovery rather than a rush. In modern life, where communication is often rushed or filtered through screens, these physical cues become all the more important, reminding us that genuine connection still thrives in simple human contact. Furthermore, a woman ready for intimacy might use touch to assert her presence, ensuring you are aware of her nearness without words. Picture her gently placing a hand on your back as she passes by, or letting her fingers linger softly on your arm during a conversation. These small, intentional touches create a sense of closeness and belonging, a quiet claim on shared space. Another powerful indicator is when she mirrors your movements, subtly matching your gestures by lightly touching you in response. This mirroring is a classic sign of rapport and interest, showing her desire to synchronize not just physically, but emotionally. The mutual exchange of touch becomes a silent conversation, signaling her openness to deeper connection. Sometimes, her touch grows more deliberate and intimate, such as tracing her fingers along your hand or intertwining them with yours. These moments are often paired with lingering eye contact, intensifying the connection and making it clear that her intentions go beyond friendship or casual acquaintance. You may also notice her touching her own neck, collarbone, or lips while talking to you, subtle yet potent signals as she draws attention to areas that evoke sensuality. These gestures, often subconscious, hint at her attraction and invite your attention. Likewise, if she plays with her hair or adjusts her clothing while maintaining eye contact, She's likely trying to present herself as more alluring, consciously or not, aiming to catch your gaze and spark desire. In more private or intimate settings, her touch may become bolder and more confident. She might sit closer to you, allowing her body to brush against yours or rest her leg casually against yours. This physical proximity creates a shared space, a bubble where emotional and physical connection can deepen naturally. If she leans in to whisper in your ear, her breath softly touching your skin, it's a powerful signal of her willingness to close the distance, both physically and emotionally. These moments build a tension filled with possibility, inviting you to respond in kind and explore what's blossoming between you. Beyond just where or how she touches, pay attention to the quality and duration of her touch. A brief, fleeting touch might be friendly or accidental, but a touch that lingers, warm, gentle, or assertive, carries weight. The texture of her touch, whether soft and caressing or firm and confident, can express a range of feelings from tender affection to passionate desire. She may initiate touch more frequently, using every chance to make contact, whether by playfully brushing against your hand or subtly fixing your collar. These small, repeated gestures are her way of weaving intimacy into everyday moments, signaling her growing interest and comfort. To truly understand these signs, it's essential to stay attuned to the full picture, how her touches align with her words, her eye contact, and overall body language. This holistic awareness lets you see beyond surface friendliness to the deeper signals of attraction and readiness for intimacy. By responding with sensitivity and openness, you nurture a connection that transcends the physical and touches on genuine emotional closeness. In a world where so much is hurried or distracted, tuning into these tactile cues offers a timeless wisdom, one that honors patience, respect, and the natural unfolding of intimacy. Recognizing and responding to the language of touch not only deepens your relationship, but also enriches your understanding of the subtle ways desire and connection reveal themselves, offering a path to intimacy that feels both profound and authentic. Recognize the subtle power of touch. When she lingers just a little longer, it's more than casual contact. It's a quiet invitation. If you feel ready to meet her halfway and build a real connection through these signs, then take control of the moment. And if you're ready to embrace this ancient wisdom, drop a comment right now. I see the language of touch, and I respond with intention. Sign 3. Words reveal intentions. When a woman is ready for intimacy, her words often carry hidden meanings, revealing her desires and intentions without directly stating them. While everyone communicates differently, there are subtle cues that indicate a deeper level of attraction. These cues are not always overtly sexual, but rather part of a gradual process where language becomes a tool for intimacy and connection. By paying close attention to her words and the way she communicates, you can often decode her hidden desires, making it easier to navigate the emotional and physical dynamics between you. One of the most telling signs that a woman is interested in becoming more intimate is when she begins complimenting you more frequently. These compliments often focus not just on superficial aspects, but also on your physical appearance, personality, or the way you make her feel. When a woman is complimenting you more than usual, she's not just being polite. She's signaling that she finds you attractive and wants to draw your attention to her feelings. For instance, she may comment on how good you look in a particular outfit or how your smile makes her day brighter. These compliments are her subtle way of expressing attraction without overtly stating it, offering a glimpse into her emotional state. However, it's not just the compliments that signal interest, it's also the context in which they are given. If a woman has become more flirtatious with her language, especially if it includes playful teasing or double entendres, it could be her way of testing the waters. These playful remarks serve two purposes: to see how you react and to gauge whether you share the same level of attraction. When she uses humour or slight teasing as part of the conversation, she's often creating an opening for further emotional intimacy. This can be a sign that she's beginning to feel comfortable with you and is suddenly inviting you to engage on a more personal level. As her intentions grow more apparent, You may also notice that her conversation shifts to more intimate topics. She might bring up past relationships or ask about your experiences in love or intimacy. While this may seem like innocent conversation, it's often a way of subtly exploring your boundaries and seeing how much she can share. These conversations can also include hints about shared fantasies or desires, providing an indirect way for her to test how open you are to discussing such topics. By asking you questions that prompt vulnerability, she may be encouraging you to open up and share in return, fostering a deeper sense of emotional intimacy. Another sign to look for is when she starts using affectionate or playful nicknames. These endearing terms, often unique to your relationship, create a sense of closeness and familiarity that is typically reserved for those with a stronger emotional connection. A nickname, whether it's a cute term of endearment or a playful inside joke, can signal that she's developing a level of comfort and trust with you. This is not only an emotional indicator, but also a way of building rapport and connection through language. By using these intimate terms, she might be subtly signaling that she's ready to explore a deeper bond, one that goes beyond casual interaction and touches on something more personal and emotional. In addition to affectionate language, her tone of voice may change when she's ready to become more intimate. You may notice that her voice softens, becoming more sensual or tender. This shift in tone is a subtle but powerful signal that she's inviting you into a more personal space. If she begins to speak more slowly, pausing to emphasize certain words, or if her voice takes on a more seductive quality, she is communicating that she's open to exploring a deeper connection. This vocal change isn't just about the words themselves, it's also about how those words make you feel. A softer, warmer voice creates an atmosphere of closeness and comfort, subtly inviting you to move closer, both emotionally and physically. Her reactions to your words also reveal a great deal about her intentions. When a woman is interested in you, she will often mirror your language and tone. This is a subconscious behavior that suggests a desire to align with you and establish a stronger emotional connection. If she laughs at your jokes more often, or engages in banter that mirrors your style of humor, it indicates that she is not only interested in what you say, but is also trying to create an environment where she feels comfortable and connected with you. Additionally, if she leans in during conversations or maintains strong eye contact, these actions further emphasize her desire to deepen the interaction. These physical cues, combined with her words, reveal her readiness for a closer relationship. Sometimes, when a woman is emotionally invested in you, she will speak with an added layer of vulnerability. This might come in the form of revealing personal thoughts, fears, or hopes, which she may not typically share with others. These moments of vulnerability can create a sense of emotional intimacy that is essential before moving to physical intimacy. If a woman is opening up to you in this way, she's not only showing trust, but is also signaling that she's comfortable with you, which is a strong indicator of her readiness to take the relationship to the next level. One of the most significant aspects of decoding a woman's words is understanding the emotional subtext behind them. While she may not explicitly state her desires, her language choices, tone, and level of engagement can all be interpreted as signs of her growing interest. Being attentive to these verbal cues allows you to gauge her emotional state and respond appropriately, fostering a deeper connection. Sign 4. She prioritizes spending time with you. When a woman is ready for intimacy, it's not whispered in the shadows or hidden behind coy glances. She announces it with clarity, power, and unmistakable action. One of the most profound signs, often overlooked by many men, is that she prioritizes spending time with you. This goes far beyond a casual invitation or a friendly meetup. It is a deliberate act, a statement carved in time and effort that says, "You matter. You're worth my moments, my attention, my energy." In a world where distractions are endless and time is the most valuable currency, her choice to be with you speaks louder than any words ever could. It's a language of presence, the ancient Stoics would say, a demonstration of valuing what truly matters right now, in this fleeting moment. Seneca reminds us, true happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. When she rearranges her schedule, pushes aside obligations, or finds excuses just to be near you, she's living this wisdom. She's choosing you over convenience, over distraction, over all the noise screaming for her attention. Picture this. She suggests cooking dinner together, not because she simply enjoys the act, but because in this shared ritual, intimacy is forged. Every chopped vegetable, every stirred pot becomes an opportunity to connect, to communicate beyond words. Her willingness to share these small moments is a sign of readiness to build something deeper, something real. Or consider the quiet walks she initiates. No grand gestures, no fancy plans, just the simple act of walking side by side, letting the silence between you build a bridge of understanding and closeness. These are not trivial acts. They are the foundation stones of intimacy. If you fail to see this, you are missing the forest for the trees. Men, listen carefully. When a woman invests her time in you, she's not wasting it. She's making a powerful declaration. The modern world bombards us with the illusion that everyone is busy, that time is scarce, that there's never enough hours in the day. But here is the undeniable truth. She's choosing to spend her scarce time with you. That choice is your most direct, tangible sign that she's ready to deepen your bond. To ignore it is to deny her desire, her courage, and her vulnerability. As Ralph Waldo Emerson said, "The only way to have a friend is to be one." If she's being that friend and more, being present, showing up consistently, you owe it to her to meet her with the same intensity. Let this be a call to action. Engage fully. Don't let your mind wander. Don't let distractions steal these moments from you. In modern life, it's easy to be physically present but mentally absent, checking phones, thinking about work, or lost in stress. That is a betrayal of the sign she's giving you. Show her that the time she gives is sacred. Respond with equal priority. Create your own moments where she feels valued, chosen, and desired. Take control of your schedule to meet hers. Initiate plans that foster closeness. Men, mastery over intimacy begins with mastery over your presence. This sign is not just about quantity of time, but the quality of it. Quality time means vulnerability. It means showing up as your authentic self, ready to listen, to share, to build trust. Remember the words of Aristotle. Friendship is a single soul dwelling in two bodies. When a woman prioritizes time with you, she's offering you a piece of her soul. Will you accept it, or will you let it slip through your fingers? Consider the psychology behind this. Humans are wired for connection, but connection requires effort, shared experiences, emotional safety, mutual attention. A woman ready for intimacy knows this deeply, so she invests in it. Her actions reveal her inner world, her desire to move beyond superficiality and into genuine closeness. If you don't recognize these signals, you risk missing a rare opportunity. Fear of missing out, FOMO, is real here, because once time passes, you can't get those moments back. And intimacy, once lost or neglected, is hard to regain. The stakes are high. When a woman chooses to spend time with you, she's testing the waters, gauging if you're ready to be the man who can hold space for her. She's inviting you into a sacred dance. If you hesitate, the invitation fades. So rise to the challenge. Meet her effort with your own. Make her feel seen, wanted, and treasured. As the legendary coach Tony Robbins puts it, the quality of your life is the quality of your relationships. The quality of those relationships depends on time, attention, and presence. She's handing you the key. Will you unlock the door? To every man reading this sign demands your action now. Don't wait for perfect timing. It will never come. Take control. Prioritize her like she prioritizes you. Your future of intimacy depends on it. Engage her with a simple message. I see you. I value you. I am here. Let this be your mantra. Let your actions echo your words. Only then will you build a connection that transcends mere desire and becomes unbreakable. Comment below with one word that captures your commitment to making time for the woman who matters. Like this message if you're ready to step into your power. Subscribe for more insights that will transform your relationships and your life. Time is the ultimate test of love and readiness. Don't let this moment pass you by. Be the man who recognizes, respects, and reciprocates the priceless gift of time. And if you find today's content very interesting, please give me a word of encouragement by commenting "very interesting" in the comments section. That is a huge motivation for us. Thank you. Sign 5. She shares personal stories and feelings. One of the most profound, yet often overlooked signs that a woman is truly ready for intimacy is when she begins to share her personal stories, her deepest feelings, and her innermost thoughts with you. This is far more than simple conversation. It's a delicate act of trust and emotional connection that opens the door to something much deeper than surface-level companionship. When she talks about her past experiences, both the triumphs and the setbacks, her dreams for the future, and even the fears that haunt her, she is signaling a powerful sense of safety and comfort in your presence. This willingness to be vulnerable is no small thing. It is the very foundation upon which intimacy is built. Ancient Stoic wisdom reminds us that true relationships flourish only when trust is deeply rooted. As Seneca once wrote, "Associate with people who are likely to improve you, and opening up about personal stories is one of the surest ways to deepen the bond between two people." In real life, many men might mistake this sharing as mere storytelling or small talk, failing to recognize the courage it takes for a woman to reveal these hidden layers of herself. It's important to understand that sharing personal stories and feelings is a silent invitation, an offering of her authentic self, complete with all the beauty and scars that come with it. When she lets you into her world, showing you her dreams, hopes, and vulnerabilities, she's saying without words, "I trust you enough to be seen, really seen." This kind of openness is the emotional equivalent of laying down arms and saying, "Here I am." It marks a transition from casual acquaintance to a deeper emotional alliance. Think of it as if she's handing you a key to a private room where her true self lives, her joys, fears, regrets, and aspirations, all gathered in one place. This space is sacred, not given lightly, and when she entrusts it to you, it means she believes you will honor and respect what she shares. It's a powerful signal that the intimacy she's seeking is not just physical, but emotional and spiritual. Real intimacy cannot flourish without this level of openness because it creates a shared reality, a world that exists between the two of you alone. In everyday life, when a woman opens up like this, your role is to meet her with patience, empathy, and respect. Too often, men feel the pressure to fix problems or jump into solutions instead of simply listening and holding space for her emotions. But true connection happens when you listen not to respond, but to understand. This kind of presence creates an environment where intimacy can bloom naturally. The Stoics valued this kind of mutual respect and mindful listening. Marcus Aurelius said, "When another blames you or hates you, or people voice similar criticisms, go to their souls, penetrate inside and see what sort of people they are. You will realize that there is no need to be racked with anxiety that they should hold any particular opinion about you." Similarly, when a woman shares deeply with you, your response should come from your own inner calm and respect, not anxiety or defensiveness. This attitude helps build the emotional safety she needs. Moreover, the act of sharing stories and feelings is a way for her to test the waters of your relationship, to see if you can be trusted with her real self. It's a gradual process, often beginning with small glimpses of vulnerability that grow over time. She might start by sharing a childhood memory or a cherished dream, then move to more sensitive topics as the connection strengthens. This progression mirrors the slow unfolding of a flower, delicate and deliberate. Recognizing and honoring this pace shows emotional intelligence and respect for her boundaries. In your own experience, consider moments when someone close to you revealed something personal. How did it affect your relationship? Chances are it deepened your understanding and made your connection more meaningful. This is precisely what happens when a woman shares her inner world with you. You are not just hearing a story, you are being invited into her soul. The famous writer Anais Nin once said, "We don't see things as they are, we see them as we are." This reminds us that how we respond to vulnerability reveals our own readiness for intimacy. If you approach these moments with openness and kindness, you cultivate a relationship grounded in trust and mutual respect. For men between 35 and 70, this sign is particularly important because life experience often teaches caution and restraint. You might be tempted to protect yourself by keeping emotional walls up, but understanding this sign means embracing the courage to be emotionally present. As you reflect on your own relationships, ask yourself, have you been fully present when a woman shares her feelings, or have you allowed distractions or judgments to interrupt the flow? Becoming mindful of this can transform your connections dramatically. In practical terms, if you notice her sharing personal stories and feelings, lean into it. Ask thoughtful questions that show genuine interest and encourage her to keep sharing. Avoid interrupting or offering quick fixes. Instead, offer your attentive presence. Sometimes, that is the greatest gift you can give. Remember the words of Ralph Waldo Emerson. To know even one life has breathed easier because you have lived. This is to have succeeded. By being the person who listens and honors her vulnerability, you succeed in creating a true, lasting intimacy. In closing, this sign, the sharing of personal stories and feelings, is a powerful marker of her readiness for intimacy. It's a reminder that intimacy is not just about physical closeness, but the courage to be emotionally naked before another human being. When she shares these parts of herself with you, it is the highest compliment of trust and affection. I encourage you to reflect on your own experiences with vulnerability and trust. How has sharing your inner world deepened your connections? And for those still learning, how might you become more open and receptive to these moments? Share your thoughts and personal stories in the comments below. Your reflections can inspire others to recognize these precious signals and build relationships rooted in genuine emotional intimacy. Sign 6. She remembers small details about you. A woman who is truly ready for intimacy reveals this readiness not through grand proclamations or overt gestures, but through a profound attentiveness to the small, often overlooked details that define who you are as a person. This attentiveness goes far beyond casual memory or polite acknowledgement. It's a deep, deliberate focus on the little things that shape your preferences, habits, and life story. She takes note of your favourite foods, not simply because she wants to please you with a meal, but because remembering this detail connects her to your world in a meaningful way. She recalls important dates, not just the obvious ones like birthdays or anniversaries, but those quiet, personal milestones that hold significance to you, even if you've never spoken about them in depth. The way you take your coffee, whether it's black with cream or a splash of something sweet, is another subtle but telling detail she keeps in mind, recognizing that these daily rituals are part of what makes you uniquely you. This level of careful observation and remembrance is not accidental. It is a deliberate act that signals her emotional investment in building something lasting and significant. In a world increasingly dominated by fleeting digital interactions and surface-level conversations, this kind of focus on the intimate details of your life stands out as a beacon of genuine connection. It shows that she values you deeply and wants to know you beyond the superficial, hinting at a desire to move toward a relationship that is rooted in understanding and respect. For men aged 35 to 70, many of whom have experienced the ups and downs of relationships, this kind of attentiveness is a subtle but profound signal worth recognizing. It challenges the common misconception that intimacy is all about physical closeness or grand romantic gestures. Instead, it reminds us that true intimacy often grows quietly through shared knowledge and appreciation of each other's inner worlds. When a woman remembers your quirks, preferences, and meaningful moments, she's effectively saying, "You matter to me." This is a powerful affirmation, especially in today's fast-paced society, where genuine attention is a rare gift. It encourages men to respond in kind, cultivating a reciprocal attentiveness that fosters trust and deep emotional connection. By embracing this wisdom, drawn from old Stoic principles that emphasize mindfulness and presence in relationships, men can learn to appreciate the nuanced ways intimacy reveals itself. They can also be inspired to mirror this behavior, showing that they too value the intricate details that compose their partner's identity. In practical terms, this means paying closer attention to your partner's likes, dislikes, stories, and memories, and bringing these up naturally in conversation. It's about creating a space where both people feel seen and understood, which is the fertile ground from which intimacy flourishes. When you recognize and appreciate a woman's memory for your small details, you affirm her emotional investment and open the door to a deeper connection. Moreover, this attentiveness helps build emotional safety, a cornerstone of intimate relationships, because it shows that both of you are willing to engage fully with each other's inner lives. In a culture often obsessed with speed and convenience, slowing down to notice and remember the small things can transform your relationship into a rich, enduring partnership. Ultimately, the lesson here is timeless and deeply human. Intimacy thrives when we are truly known and valued for who we are, right down to the smallest details. The Old Stoic wisdom reminds us that presence and mindfulness are key to meaningful relationships. And in today's world, where distractions abound, this focus on the little things becomes even more critical. So, for any man seeking to build or deepen intimacy with a woman, recognizing when she remembers these small details is not just about appreciating her care. It's about honoring the profound emotional bond she is trying to nurture. Respond with your own attentiveness, patience, and understanding, and you'll find that intimacy grows naturally, becoming a lasting and fulfilling part of your shared journey. Sign 7. She invites you into her inner circle. When a woman begins to invite you into her inner circle, introducing you to her closest friends, family, or trusted confidants, it's a powerful and unmistakable signal that she is ready to take your relationship to a deeper level. This act goes far beyond casual socializing. It represents a meaningful expression of trust and vulnerability. By opening up this personal part of her life to you, she is communicating that she sees you as someone significant, someone she respects and feels safe with. Inviting you into her circle means she is not only ready to share her present world, but also willing to envision a future where your lives are intertwined on multiple levels. In today's fast-paced, often emotionally disconnected world, this step carries even greater weight, reminding us of the value of authentic human connection and the courage it takes to truly open oneself up to another person. This invitation might appear in subtle ways, like casually mentioning her close friends or family in conversation, or in more deliberate actions, such as arranging gatherings or private meetings where you get to know the people she trusts most. Each of these moments reflects her desire for you to become part of the foundational support system that shapes her life and happiness. It's an act that mirrors the ancient wisdom of Stoic philosophy, which holds that strong relationships are built on trust, shared values, and a willingness to blend lives rather than keep them separate. Understanding this sign and responding to it with genuine appreciation, respect, and openness is crucial. When you honor her invitation, you reinforce the trust she has placed in you and help build a deeper emotional and social connection that goes well beyond the physical aspects of intimacy. This creates a solid foundation for a lasting partnership where both of you feel secure, valued, and connected not only to each other, but also to the wider circle of relationships that enrich your lives. In a modern context, where distractions abound and relationships can often feel surface level or transactional, this gesture stands out as a deliberate and meaningful step toward creating something real and enduring. It challenges you to be present, to engage fully, and to appreciate the importance of being woven into the fabric of someone's life, not just as a temporary companion, but as a trusted and cherished partner. By embracing this opportunity, you affirm your commitment to building a relationship based on depth, honesty, and mutual support. This stage of connection is where true intimacy begins to flourish, because it moves beyond physical attraction into emotional unity and social integration. It invites both partners to share their worlds openly, creating a shared life filled with trust, respect, and the kind of closeness that stands the test of time. Ultimately, when a woman invites you into her inner circle, she is extending a rare and precious gift, one that reflects her readiness to build a meaningful partnership. Recognizing this gift and responding with warmth and sincerity not only honors her courage, but also lays the groundwork for a relationship that can grow stronger with each passing day, enriched by the bonds you create together with the people who matter most in her life. This is the kind of connection that brings lasting joy, stability, and fulfillment, embodying the timeless truth that intimacy is not just about closeness between two people, but about weaving a shared life that supports, nurtures, and sustains both of you through all of life's challenges and triumphs. Thank you so much for watching all the way through. Remember, the words a woman chooses, and the way she communicates often hold much more than what's on the surface. Compliments, flirtatious remarks, affectionate tones, these are subtle but powerful signals showing she's ready to deepen your connection. When you respond with genuine attention and respect, you create a safe space where intimacy can grow naturally and beautifully. Here's the real takeaway. Don't rush or ignore these signs. Instead, be present and mindful. The way she looks at you, the little touches that linger just a bit longer, the softness in her voice, these are all invitations. By recognizing and honoring these moments, you not only build trust, but also lay the foundation for a deeper, more meaningful relationship. So, my sincere advice to you is this: listen carefully and respond thoughtfully. Understanding these subtle cues isn't about tricks or guessing games. It's about connecting on a human level with honesty and respect. When you do that, intimacy isn't just a goal. It becomes a natural part of your relationship's rhythm. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and consider subscribing for more insights like these. And don't be shy. Share your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. I love hearing from you and helping you navigate the path to stronger connections. Stay tuned for more wisdom and guidance coming your way. Until next time, take care of yourself and those you care about. See you soon!